Hey guys, we're having a buy one get two free sale at theorysabers.com right now. Make sure to go over there and check out whatever saber you want. As long as it's a pixel, you will get 2 free sabers in your box with you.
Fulfill your destiny.
theorysabers.com. The Emperor's throne was pretty awesome, but what was Vader's first thoughts when he saw it? Now, when Anakin gave himself to the dark side, he did not see himself as becoming a servant. He saw himself becoming a savior, a master of fate, a man powerful enough to cheat death, to define prophecy, to reshape the galaxy and rule it with order and strength. But when the transformation into Darth Vader was complete, when the fire of Mustafar gave way to the prison of iron and circuitry, what awaited him was not a throne. It was actually a cage, a tomb. And when he first stepped into the Emperor's throne room, not as a guest, not as an equal, but as a subordinate, Darth Vader began to understand the terrible truth. He was never meant to rule. He was never meant to inherit the Empire. He was never even meant to share it. He was meant to enforce it. He was a weapon, a tool, just like all of Palpatine's other Sith Lords and assassins. And Sidious was the real master of the galaxy. He had never planned to share his power with the rule of 2 or anyone else, not even the Chosen One. In Dark Lord: The Rise of Darth Vader, James Luceno offers a pretty cool look at Vader's early weeks serving the newly founded Empire. This is not the composed, confident, unshakable Vader that we see in A New Hope, and that's one of the reasons why I really love this book. This is a fractured man, uncertain, aching, confined within the suit, his mind spiraling in doubt and bitterness as he witnesses the growing Imperial structure. One moment I think that is pretty cool from the book is when he comes across Palpatine's throne room aboard the Executor class command center. Now, though the author, James Luceno, never describes it in operatic detail, the psychological weight of the scene is quite profound. Palpatine is seated above Vader, elevated, literally and figuratively. Vader stands. He waits. He bows. It's a simple image, but it's loaded with a ton of implication. And it's these little details in these books that I find to be real gems because you just can learn so much from a couple words or even sentences that really carry a lot of weight into the character's mind. In Revenge of the Sith, Anakin pledged loyalty to Sidious with the understanding that he would become the most powerful Force user alive, that he would be taught all the secrets of the Sith, that he would rule alongside his master. But now, here he is. No throne of his own, no army answering directly to him. No autonomy in the Force, just a shell of armor, serving a man who still calls himself my apprentice. The novel reinforces this with subtle language. On page 101, we read, Sidious kept him at a distance, always formal, always commanding. Vader was a hammer to be wielded, not a mind to be consulted. And this one line is pretty rough because it shows you exactly what was going on with that situation and that dynamic. Sidious doesn't see Vader as a partner. He sees him as a bludgeon, a tool, something to break the galaxy into submission and do his bidding, not to help him save his wife or achieve the path to immortality. And that's what the tragedy is, and Vader knows it. It's also the tragedy of Darth Vader, of Anakin Skywalker. This dynamic was seeded far earlier, of course. In Revenge of the Sith, after Anakin pledges himself to Palpatine, he kneels, and what follows is quite telling. There's no celebration, no reward. Sidious immediately sends him to the temple to slaughter the Jedi. No training, no holocrons, no Sith rituals, nothing. Just a mission, a target, and even before the armor, Anakin was being treated like a weapon. And after Mustafar, once he's bound in the suit, it becomes permanent. Vader's first time seeing the throne room is also when he begins to sense that his suffering may have been by design. In Dark Lord, on page 73, he reflects on this. The armor was restrictive, the helmet distorting. His limbs, while strong, lacked finesse. Had this been the price of his failure, or had it been a design all along? Now, we can go deeper in depth on what he thought of his suit and if it was limited or not, because I have interesting information from the book for you on that, but let's continue on topic here. In the throne room, Palpatine's voice echoes with superiority. He speaks and commands. There is no warmth, no partnership, and Vader, once the great hero of the Clone Wars, the poster boy, stands there diminished, relegated to a soldier's role.
You will go to Mirkana, Palpatine tells him, and you will show the galaxy what happens to those who disobey the Empire.
That's from Dark Lord, page 105. There is no council, no collaboration. The orders are not veiled. They are imperial decrees. And the throne, the seat that Anakin once thought he might share, is nothing more than a symbol of what he lost. Now, let's contrast this with Return of the Jedi. When Vader brings Luke to the Death Star throne room, the entire emotional arc hinges on one devastating realization. This throne was always meant for someone else. Sidious tells Luke,
"Take your father's place at my side."
It is a direct replacement, an upgrade, a purge of the broken in favor of the young. And Vader hears every word. He watches, and what he realizes then is that he was never special. He was useful, and now he's disposable. That moment is the culmination of what began when Vader first saw that throne years earlier. He thought he was ascending. He was only descending into servitude. Anakin Skywalker's fall was driven by fear of loss, of death, of powerlessness, and Sidious preyed on those fears. He offered Anakin power, promised him the ability to defy prophecy, cheat death, save Padme. But what Anakin never understood, until it was too late of course, was that Sidious never gives freely. Every promise has a chain attached. Every gift has a hook. The throne room is the ultimate symbol of that lie. In it, Sidious sits as the arbiter of life and death. He watches battles unfold from a distance. He commands fleets, manipulates minds, decides fate, and Vader, once the chosen one, destined to bring balance, is reduced to a simple bodyguard. So when he first sees the throne room, it's not with, "Oh, wow, this is amazing. This is our new empire." It's with the realization that this is not my kingdom. This is my sentence. This is my prison. And that's the unfortunate part of Anakin Skywalker. It's the tragedy of Darth Vader, as George Lucas has said. It's that Anakin has always been a slave. On page 107, Lucino writes this: "There were no teachings, no archives, only missions, endless missions. Was this the way of the Sith?" Vader begins to sense that the knowledge he once craved, the forbidden teachings of the Sith, the holocrons, the ancient secrets, are being kept from him. He is not being trained. He's being used. And this is what really sours a lot of Vader's, life beyond Padme not being resurrected. Any victory that he might have in battle is soured by this and Padme's death. It starts to turn each mission into a burden because each one reminds him, you are not the master, you are the blade. And in the throne room, that becomes undeniable. There's a really powerful quote from Revenge of the Sith, spoken not by Sidious but by Padme. So this is how liberty dies with thunderous applause. We all know it. Now that line echoes in Vader's mind when he sees what the throne room represents. The Empire wasn't just born, it was celebrated. The galaxy cheered its own submission, and Vader helped make it happen. But now, standing beneath Sidious's throne, he realizes what he traded. He didn't inherit freedom, he helped destroy it. And his reward was silence and chains. I really encourage you guys to check out the book Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, or even, of course, Revenge of the Sith novelization. It has a lot of really tiny things just like this that really help you understand more of the situation and dynamic and what was going on with Vader and all the little nuances. I find it rather interesting, and I hope you did too. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.